Alrighty, we finished first in the BBL season. We, spoilers, won last week in quarterfinals. You guys read the title. This is BBL semifinals. I am Galadite74. Welcome to the channel. And before I even get into anything, I mentioned it yesterday. Thank you for the support so much I've been getting on the channel recently. The past few weeks have been really nice, and I've just been getting more support from more and more people, and I just want to let you know that I appreciate you all. Was an 8-week season in BBL, which I was a really big fan of. There is a downside to it though, and we didn't get to face everyone we wanted to. In this semifinals game, we get to battle Jack, coach of the Vancouver Titangs. Now, he's one of the people, probably the person I wanted to battle most, in which we didn't fight in the regular season. We have fought before quite a bit in other leagues. He's the commissioner of UPBA, PTL. Very awesome guy to be around. Please go show him some love. I hyped him up in my battle tag video a while back, and every point that I made still stands. Very awesome dude. And we get to face him now in semifinals, which is very exciting. I will say we do have quite an advantage going into this game for a few different reasons. Two reasons I'll list off now. A, our matchup's pretty good, and B, I'm in Jack's front office, and I have a really, really good grasp of how he builds his teams. So that made it really helpful in terms of prepping for this game, and hopefully it will come into play. Also, regarding the title, he loves Assault Vest. That's like one of his favorite items. So, we're playing a little game of how many Assault Vest users will we see in this battle. That's all I have in terms of introduction. Again, thank you guys for the support so much. This team builder might be longer because it is playoffs. I like to get my point across. And yeah, without further ado, we can start getting into it. As I do always, let's list off his team first. Side by side you see Naganadel, Cinderace, Libero, Lando T, Tapulele, Corviknight, Kyurem, Swampert, Scrafty, Regieleki, Thwackey, and of course, Greedent is on his team. This is pretty cool. He did make transactions late into the season, which made his team a little bit more scarier in terms of trying to prep for it. He's been bringing Regieleki a lot. I think its matchup's pretty bad against me, though I do have electric terrain for it, so it wouldn't be the end of the world if it did come. Like, I would be too shocked. Get it? Shocked. Electricity. Anyway, again, our matchup I think is pretty good here. Let's just talk about Mons. Naganadel, it's scary if it gets boosts up. Naganadel, what makes it scary is that you don't know if it gets a speed boost or a special attack boost until it happens, right? And I have preparations for both of them, but they are different, so I really need to keep some Mons around just in case to find out what type of boost it's getting. Without boosts, it's not that scary. Libero Cinderace, probably the biggest threat to my team. I do have one really good answer to it, but if it goes down, I'm in trouble. This thing has really good coverage and can definitely punch a hole into my team. Other things that are scary, I think Corviknight's Swampert defensive core is really good against me. I do have one good answer for it, but it's not the greatest in terms of matchup, depending on what he brings. And some of my Mons have a really hard time breaking through that defensive core. His Dark type Scrafty, his Normal type's Greedent. Guaranteed, I think one is coming. I think Greedent's gonna come actually over Scrafty, though again I could see it being the other way around. He could go that route for the Lunala answer, or he could go just triple Assault Vest or something. Who knows? I do have his build from when he fought Kurt last week in the quarterfinals game, and Kurt had an Necrozma Dawnwings, so that made life a little bit easier. I have a good sense of how he prepped for that. And even though Lunala isn't the exact same, it's close enough to where that type of prep could be reprised again. And that was, I think, very helpful for me. I do have to be careful because Lele, Kyurem, and Naganadel, as I'll mention in a little bit, I have Melmetal as a good switch-in, but that's kind of it. So hopefully Melmetal isn't too pressured in this game. The game plan for this is to break with Lunala really early, because that's its role, and then fall back on some defense in the mid game, and then late game come back with either Tapu Koko or Mamoswine, depending on who looks better in this matchup. That's the game plan. The Mons I am bringing to this game are going to be Lunala, Weezing, Tapu Koko, Melmetal, Mamoswine, and Seismitoad. I left Manabuzz on the bench solely because I didn't have room for it in this game. I did put Lunala as the first Mon just because I wanted to talk about it here. This is an offensive Lunala with 4 attacks coverage. And I like this on this team because early game, this shreds through Jack, and or it will show me basically Jack's entire build. I can see what's the Lunala answer. How did you prep for this? Because it really opens up the door for other Mons in terms of what I have to worry about. Is there going to be Scarfland OT with knockoff? Do you have Scrafty? Do you have Greedent? Spadef Swampert, Spadef Corviknight, stuff like that. He could see very Tapu Lele. This leading off with Lunala or just using it early will tell me that information really fast, and I like that. But on top of that, Lunala, this coverage is amazing with the Expert Belt. Ice Beam to a Noble Naganadel almost always kills. There's a small rule it lives. Lando T dies to Ice Beam. Tapu Lele doesn't want to take Moongeist. T-Bolt for the Corviknight. Moonblast for Kyurem and the Scrafty particularly. I think the best answer that Jack has for this Mon is Spadef Swampert, just because it has the Dankus Lariat move, and I don't want to be taking that early. Otherwise, or Greedent too. Greedent's also a pretty good answer to this set. And that would be the whole reason it came, to be honest. But really meant to break. Shadow Shield lets me take any one hit, really, so that just enables Lunala to do more damage in this game. And its speed tier was pretty good. Weezing is going to be next. I love Weezing in this game. This was the first Mon I threw on, actually. I'm a little bit sus because I always run this moveset. I have not changed it up yet, and I'm a little bit scared about that. Max HP, a lot of defense, and I do have some Spadef in this build. Will-O-Wisp is free in this game. It is, like, scary free. I almost wanted to throw Rotom Mow on this build just because of Will-O-Wisp alone, though Weezing was better in this matchup. This is my way of dealing with Jack's defensive core in Corv and Swampert. Burning them and then just chipping them down makes them so much more easier to deal with. The only switch into Will-O-Wisp comfortably is Naganadel, and if I can burn that thing, that's just more chip for me. So I'm completely okay with that. Lele could, I guess, switch in, but then they're risking a Sludge Bomb, doing over half, and I don't think Jack wants to risk that move. The only thing that could really stop this is like bulky setup Scrafty with Shed Skin and getting Shed Skin pretty early. But at that point, I would go more offensive if they're a setup variant. Really good in this matchup. It's just, Weezing's amazing here. Hopefully he doesn't bring Smackdown Landorus or Special Landorus, though I think they're a little bit niche in this matchup, so I don't think they're going to come. Third is Choice Specs Tapu Koko. This is one of my possible late game cleaners. Pretty standard moveset, Grass Knot for the Swampert. Dazzling Gleam is decently free in this game. There is a Cinderace, yes, and there is a Corv. I do have to be careful with what move I lock into depending on what he brings because, you know, 2 ground types, locking into electric moves kind of hard. Kyurem's also there. The D-Gleam, I already talked about it. I like D-Gleam more just because if you switch into Corv on a Koko, you're a madman, but if you get to play right, you get to play right. That's kind of one of the end games I'm going for, is a D-Gleam late game, because it does a lot to Naganadel. Cinderace hopefully will be chipped down, and hopefully it won't be too hard. Next is Melmetal. This is a pretty important Mon on this team. I already mentioned this is my switch into Naganadel, Lele, and Kyurem. I doubt all 3 come. If they do, though, Melmetal is going to be a little bit pressured. The good thing is that Focus Blast from at least Lele, and I think it's the same on Kyurem, doesn't 2-shot a Melmetal if it's non-boosting, which is really nice. He hasn't been running too many boosting items, except for like Banded Cinderace as of late, or Life Orb Naganadel, so I wasn't really too worried about Specs Lele coming or Specs Kyurem. I didn't think that would be a set, to be honest, so I thought Melmetal is the best answer for these Mons. I do have to be careful though of clicking bash because Corviknight could be Rocky Helmet, that or Swampert, and I don't want to be taking that chip if I need the Assault Vest health to take hits from Lele and Kyurem. So it is a little bit of a prediction reliant Mon this week. Hopefully I can get my plays right and it won't be too big of a deal. This also is a good way of answering the Greedent if it does decide to come for Lunala. So, yep, that is Melmetal. Pretty important in checking some really big threats on my opponent's side. Fifth up is going to be Mamoswine. This is a Choice Scarf variant with an Adamant Nature. Dual Stab Ice Shard with Super Power as a coverage move. This was pretty nice endgame alongside the Tapu Koko. Ice and Ground is just amazing coverage in general, and depending on what my opponent has late game, I could lock into one of those. He does have 2 flying types, so I'm thinking it's going to be Icicle Crash, though I could be wrong. I keep mentioning that I might chip down Cinderace to put it in range of that attack anyway, which would be very helpful. Another thing is that he does like to build more Spadef on Mons than defensive, so I'm hoping stuff like Corviknight is Spadef and not defense, and same with the Swampert. And hopefully that's going to be the case so Mamoswine can break through them a little bit easier. I have Ice Shard just in case Naganadel does get out of hand, as well as Lando T. I just got to be careful of Psychic Surge being up. I do have to watch out for that. And Superpower was for the Greedent and the Scrafty, as well as the Kyurem if that also gets out of hand. I went Thick Fat over Oblivious in the end just because I wasn't too worried about Scrafty because I felt like it would get chipped down throughout a game, and Earthquake still does a decent chunk to it anyway. Plus, if it comes, it might be Spadef as well, for all I know. But that is going to be Mamoswine. Haven't brought Scarf too much, but enough to where, he could expect it. Finally, we have Seismitoad, the other ground type, also a Regieleki answer. This was initially an offensive Toad with Assault Vest, but I really wanted rocks on the squad, so I went defensive with Helmet. This is to be my Cinderace answer. That's the number one thing Toad does. I use Toad in accordance to how Jack uses Cinderace. Cinderace has no non-contact moves that do much to Seismitoad. So if he wants to do a lot of damage to me, he needs to take some chip on Rocky Helmet, which is really nice. Also, once I get rocks up, he's really going to be whittled down. That's because I've been watching Jack's games, and he has rarely ran Defog this season at all. And chipping down Mons, especially if they're Assault Vest or just non-recovery, is going to be super crucial for getting chip for stuff like the Koko and the Mamoswine. I have Power Whip for the Toad because that thing is, again, a little scary for my team. And then Dual Stab was good enough for this build. But, again, this is just Cinderace matchup, basically. If Cinderace don't come, Toad can get a Brox and die, and I wouldn't care less. So that is Toad's job. And that is going to wrap it up for this team builder. Again, this was longer, but it's playoffs, so I wanted to explain my moves. Hopefully I didn't forget to mention anything here. I want to thank you guys for watching the team builder, and let's get into the battle. Alright, here we're in the game. Good luck, have fun to Jack, and there's no Naganadel. Holy crap. That is awesome. What else? There is a Thwackey, no Greedent, there is a Scrafty, no Regieleki, no Swampert, that's pretty nice. Is there a Kyurem? No Kyurem, that's what you really love to see. And that's it. Okay. Not quite what I was expecting, to be honest. Let's start by crossing out stuff as always. No this. No Swampert's so nice. No Naganadel's even better. What do I want to lead with? I was thinking Lunala. And I still like that. Let's lead off with that. I can do this and spend the rest of my time crossing out notes and debating how my endgame's going to be. Is it going to be Koko or is it going to be Mamoswine? Icicle Crash late game looks really nice. Dazzling Gleam looks really good. I got to be careful of the Corv though. A double terrain, by the way. Mamoswine and Tapu Koko. It really depends on how it goes. But I do have I had Jack's last build when he fought Kurt last week, who had an Necrozma Dawnwings, so that was really helpful in prep. and hopefully it comes into play here, like in terms of me how I prepped it, meaning this is not here. He brought like I know he loves assault vest, so I'm sure there's going to be a few assault vest users in this matchup. Yeah, this Weezing's going to have a nice game, hopefully. They lead off with Wacky, that's fine. I'm going to, let's see here. I am faster than this. They're going to get the Surge, that's whatever. Knockoff does around half. Ice Beam has a chance to kill. Yeah, Eviolite, which is really awesome. Do I need my Shadow Shield for things? It might be nice for like Scarflight, but I don't think I need it. So let's just Ice Beam. Let's just do it. Again, he's got a chance to kill Eviolite. He could just glide and kill my shield, but it's fine. Knockoff's gonna hurt. But if this is not Eviolite, this is guaranteed dead. As it just dies. Awesome. We have a great turn 1. That is gone. And we still have our shield intact, so I could get another kill. Toad's going to be really nice. My defense is going to have a field day, I think, in this game. That does make T-Bolt a lot more free. It's just Landers I got to worry about. They go into Scrafty now. I think I just go for my Moonblast here and just fire off the attack. Yep, we're going to do that. If they're Roselli Berry, they probably live, which they're going to be Roselli. I don't really care in terms of taking this Dark move. This will still do a lot. Yep, that does a lot of damage. They're going to find my Expert Belt, but I will take this because of my Shadow Shield. That does a lot, but I'm cool with that. And I think I just Moonblast again. Yeah, I'm just going to do it again. Get some more damage off. If they give me this, I'd be very happy with that scenario. I do feel like they're going to switch out, maybe go into Cinderace or something. Even maybe the Curve, but I'm cool with that. Really good start here. And they're not Intimidate, I don't think, so bringing Thick Fat was the better option on Mamoswine. Just in case that Cinderace is Scarfed. A Scarf Cinderace Powerball does not OHKO my Mamoswine, so that's really nice to know. I do feel like they're going to switch, but Moonblast is just the safest play around. I don't need to predict. And yeah, we'll see how this is going. By the way, we are battling on Tuesday. It was like the perfect length of I don't have to overthink this battle, but it gives me enough time so I'm not rushed. I felt bad for Jack. He had a busy week last week, so he didn't really have a good chance to prep, as he's going to give me this Scrafty. Awesome. That's 2 kills for Lunala off the gate. And I think I might just sack the Lunala at this point. If they go into Cinderace, though, I will switch out, because I don't need to sack it. If they go Lele, I'll stay in. If they go Lando, I stay in. Cinderace switch, and I'm not sure what I do in Corviknight situation. I think I might switch on Corviknight. I don't have my Expert Belt anymore, that's worth noting. We'll see how Jack wants to handle this. They're going to go into the Cinderace. Okay, so I'm switching. And I'm going to go into my Toad. What do I need Toad for? It's like this and maybe the Lando, so we'll do that. If I can get some Rocky Helmet chip on this, it would be pretty nice. I could save Lunala for later, get some good chip on with a free switch in, hopefully. No need to play dumb. As they Powerball. We can calc this. That does brings me down to 162. I don't think that's banded. Nope, not at all. That does not do anything. I think I just throw up my rocks. I know the terrain's up, but it's fine. If they U-turn, they'll take the helmet chip, and I'll get my rocks up. He hasn't been running Defog that much this season. That's why I like this play. It really chips down the Cinderace if it's not Boots. And it just chips down everything. So, yeah. The reason I ran this set, I tried to explain in the team builder, but the only attack that does a significant damage to Toad from Cinderace is High Jump Kick, And I don't think they're going to be running high jump kick. They are going to run bulk up, though. Okay. That's a little scary, not going to lie. But it's fine. I am going to just attack this thing now because that's scary. Let's see. Good thing is revenging this isn't too hard. Grass disappeared. Ooh, bulk up is not really friendly because they're not a fire type. I think I still go for the earthquake anyway. Terrain is gone now, so let's just do that. Whatever they're gonna throw at me is gonna hurt. They got bulk up. They got pyro ball. They have to have a dark move of some sort. I feel like they would at least. But, if I can get any type of chip on this, then Tabu Koko can revenge it pretty easily. I know Lando's a switch into electric moves, but I don't really care. It just averts the threat. Plus, I got rocks up. They go for flame charge. Okay, that's really scary. Wait, hold on. Are they weakness policy? I hope they're not weakness policy. They take Rocky Helmet. This is going to do a lot, but it's not going to kill. Really nice damage. They are policy. Okay, that is a very big threat. Whoa, okay. I'm at 159. Luckily, Pyro Ball doesn't kill. Yeah, that is scary. Oh my god. I think I stole Earthquake anyway. Liquidation is pretty free too. Let's go for the Liquidation just in case they go for like bounce or something. It's a little weird, but yeah. Again, this isn't too bad because they are chipped down. I don't think they have a non-contact move that kills me from here. And if they do, they take the helmet chip, and that puts it in range of Ice Shard. Though, let me see, I want to see. So they could have Sucker Punch as the last move. I feel like they wouldn't though on this build. Anyway, I'm rambling on. They high jump kick. They are gonna hit, and they're gonna kill me here. They're gonna miss. I'm sorry about that. I will say though, that guaranteed puts the Cinderace in Ice Shard range. With the Rocky Helmet, I might have even killed, but if it didn't, Ice Shard range. So worst comes to the worst, I just go out into Mamoswine. It does kind of suck though that they don't get the Toad there. So again, I do apologize for that. They go into Lele. But I think at most they're getting a kill, and they get the momentum from Mamoswine. I think that's all they were getting. But here, I could just go out on the Melmetal, and I think that's what I want to do. It's definitely my best answer to this. Will we do that? Yeah, let's do that. So we'll switch out. Go into the Melmetal here. Dazzling Gleam's looking pretty nice here. Nature's Madness, really good bring. Luckily, Focus Blast does not two-shot me unless they are boosting the item. They could, in theory, go into the Corviknight here. Can I just T-punch this and be okay? Or I could Ice Punch it. I actually like that a little bit more. This is... I think I can just bash and be okay. Yeah, let's just bash. If they're Rocky Helmet on other of the two mons in the back, it's fine. If they're going to Lando, I'm going to regret... Okay, they don't. Again, if they're Helmet, it's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. They take rocks, that's cool. The pressure, okay. Please don't be Helmet. I feel like it will be. That is defensive, too. It's not Helmet, so that's pretty cool. Let's switch out. Save this. Wheezing is extremely free here, and I think that's what I'm gonna do. Is go Wheezing. They're not Spit F either, so Flamethrower is always breaking some subs. If you know, look out for that. They reflect. Good bring. Okay. Let me see Wheezing versus this team. Landorus T. I'm a little scared to set up Lando still, but I do have Ice Shard, so it's never that scary. Let's Will-O-Wisp this. I don't care if they get Light Screen up. This is going to be burned. Cool. I might make an aggressive play into an offensive mon, depending on what they click here. They light screen. Yep, okay. I just gotta, like, wear this out. Let's... What doesn't let the Lando set up for free? Lunala doesn't really... I could just go into Lunala now. Let's go into Lunala. Yeah. And see what they want to do. Because I am I am not expert belt anymore. They U-turn, that's fine. I have to remember they have screens up. Let's calc that. Ice Beam, I don't have an expert belt. Puts it in range of Mammo Swine, the Lando, and then the Tapu Lele. It might be able to live, but I think just getting chip on it's really nice. Yeah, it's gonna live. Yeah, they go back out onto Lele. This could be AV for all I know, but I think just getting chip on this is worth it. Do I need Lunala for anything? Not really. So we can get our thumbnail here. If it's probably not going to be our thumbnail. Again, it won't kill the Lele, but it'll do some decent chip. And this thing doesn't get recovery, so that's really nice. Yep, that's pretty good. They're gonna have Shadow Ball probably. Yep, and I'm dead. That's a dead Nala. That's gone. Who do I go into now? I could go into the Melmetal. I could go into Coco and D-Gleam. I don't like that play though. Let's go into Melmetal. And we can just bash again. Because they're not Rocky Helmet, I'm not too worried about it. So we'll just bash. The Corv's annoying, but it's not like the end of the world. Their dual screens U-turn. What, Ironhead has the last move? I'm scared to have Coco in on Corviknight when screens are, or Lando when screens up. They go into Lando this time. Okay. They're gonna get the Intimidate drop. They're gonna take chip, Rock's chip. Now, setup is scary. This thing being set up, meaning. Wow, that does nothing. That does about like 30-ish maybe. And a little bit less. They're not that bulky. I think I saved this though. How much turns the screen? I'm sure that's a light clay, by the way. Yep. I need to see what Mammo's doing behind the stuff. Ice Shard does half still. I think I go Wheezing here. No, I go Toad. I go Toad. That prevents a sub, because Wheezing, because the screens are up, could let this thing set up a sub. So that's what we do. We're going to keep Melmetal for the, whatever, they U-turn. They're going to take Rocky Helmet chip. That's awesome. That's really good, actually. These rocks are really proving to be, like, useful right now. Do they have Roost on the Corviknight, which is a good question. They go back out onto Lele, that's fine. Gonna take more rocks. Psychic Surge is a thing, I just remembered. Oh, how does that... Is it that Lando's gotta be grounded, or... Oh, I have to, like, really watch out for that. I don't know how that works. What I'm gonna do here... See, like, I don't really need Melmetal for anything too much. I also don't really need this, to be fair. I think I just Liquidation and get chip on this. Let's do it. It kills screen turns and Nature's Madness, which is really nice. They're going to take some more chip from the Liquidation. This will do a nice bit. But it shouldn't kill. Nice, it doesn't kill. How many turns of screens you got? 1 more turn of Reflect, and 2 more turns of Light Screen. Awesome. kind of want to go... I don't want to go hard Coco. I don't like that. I want to make a play that prevents them from going into Corviknight for free. I think I just go... Nah, I think I just sack this. I just sack this. Yeah, we'll just Liquidation. I don't really care if they get screens up. It's annoying, but they Psychic. Okay, they're not choiced. My Toad's gonna die here. And Reflect wears off. This is I kind of wish my Coco wasn't choiced right now. I'm gonna go Coco and go for Dazzling Gleam. It will kill this thing at this point. It doesn't let Lando in. I need to see how this terrain works. I have a lot of time, that's why I'm like, I don't mind making these plays. Do I Degleam? Yeah, let's Degleam. If they go Corviknight, good play. This is gonna die. Awesome. It doesn't die. Oh, shoot. That is really bulky. That means I will live this. Whoa, that's a crit. And they get his attack drop. Yo, Jack, come on, man. Oh, Light Scream is still up. I'm stupid. Well, oh, I think I just threw. Well, I'm Degleaming again. I should kill this now that Light Screen's gone. Okay, this is dead. Jeez, that was scary. Yeah, that's dead. Okay. Whew, whew, whew. Oh my god, that's not okay. You can't be doing that. Alright, so that's good. We only have a Corviknight and a... not Kyurem. A Corviknight and a Lando. I can X out of this. Tapu Koko -1 Degleam to a Landorus with screens no longer up. It does 40 min if they're no bulk. See, I feel like they're gonna go Corp, yeah. And because I'm choiced, they're gonna get screens back up. I gotta switch out. And I think I go Melmetal and just spam Ice Punch. I think that's what I do. It stalls out screens if they like want screens up. Yeah, let's do that. And it doesn't let the Lando in for free. So they probably know I'm choice now with that, you know, play, but whatever. They Light Screen, okay. Melmetal. I'm actually gonna T-Punch then. Get rid of this. At -1, yeah, I don't see a way. Like, I T-Punch this. Because they went for Light Screen. They Roost. Okay, that's annoying. But it's fine. I think I just spam T-Punch. Let's see. Oh, this is in the terrain, but I don't think it's gonna matter. Well, that's some nice. That does some nice damage. Yeah, I still just click the button. When terrain goes, I might switch it up, but we'll see. They Reflect. Okay. So you'll live this barely, I think. Yep. Well, you lived pretty well actually. But the only attack on this is U-turn, so that's really good to know. Electricity disappeared. I really want to go Coco, but I don't like that. I think I just gotta spam the T-Punch button. Or no, let me T-Punch once more. Light Screen. Okay, they want me to kill them. All right. Melmetal -1 behind a Reflect to a Landorus does 48 min with Ice Punch. If they're Yachi Berry, I could possibly pop it if they want to set up. And I have Ice Shard in the back with Mamo. And they take Rocks too, which is even better. Whew. This end game is a lot scarier than it needs to be. I Ice Punch here always. Doesn't let them set up. They can kill me here, that's fine, they do. I think this kills at least. Yep. And what I'm gonna do actually I think, is go Coco. I'm gonna go Coco and D-Gleam, and the reason reflect light screen's up. And the reason I'm gonna do that is just in case they're Yachi. I don't want them killing my Mamo. That's the name. I don't want to like Ice Shard, it not kill, and they kill me, and then I'm screwed. So that's why I decided to do this play. If they're Scarf and they outspeed me, then Weezing just wins. So that's why I'm making this play. Make sure I click the right button. D-Gleam. Okay. They're not Scarf. That doesn't kill. They Earthquake. Okay, I'm dead. Alright, but that means they're in range of Yachi, I think. They're in range of Ice Shard, I mean. So that's why I made that play, if that's a little confusing. Mamo. Yachi. I'm pretty sure Weezing just beats this anyway. It does 25. Yeah. I could crash, but a Shard doesn't miss. So yeah. GG to Jack. This was a game. Had me on the edge of my seat here. Again, a lot closer than it had to be. Screens Corviknight definitely threw me off. I do feel bad about that. They weren't even Yachi, so I did not need to make that Coco play. But diff doesn't matter, so I felt like I could afford to do it. Once again, GG to Jack. Make sure to go check out his channel. It will be linked in the description below. He's one of my best friends in the community, and me and him are working on a project right now, which is pretty awesome. And I really wish, like, since I just battled, the only thing on my mind right now is just, you know, the battle and, you know, GGs and all that stuff. I really wish I could talk more about, like, other things I wanted to add on to it, but my mind's just not there right now. If I do, I might add it in post-production and text, but again, make sure to go give Jack as much love as you can. One of my favorite people. And yeah, we're on our way to BBL Finals. This has been a season. Once again, I do know who we face, but once again, will not be spoiling. It is either Q or Owen, so they're going to be uploading that around the time you see this, so make sure to go check out one of their sides, and you'll see. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in BBL Finals.